So if you've been wondering exactly what role will Navjot Singh Sidhu play in the Aam Aadmi Party, we can tell you now that top sources have told us the decks have been cleared for his entry into AAP. The deal has been finalized according to these sources. Navjot Singh Sidhu is not going to be bargaining for any plum post. He's agreed to only be the star campaigner in Punjab. Also, naturally, will not be the CM face as speculated by many. Watch this inside track of the deal that has been struck between the Aam Aadmi Party and Navjot Singh Sidhu.
The Sidhus have sent ripples across political circles. Punjab has been left guessing on what their next course of action is. Sidhu's wife Navjot Kaur Sidhu added a whole new twist today to the entire resignation saga, refuting reports that she too had left the BJP.
I make it very, very clear that the resignation comes from Navjot Sidhu only.
Her husband's out, but she's still within the BJP. But what's added to the confusion is the MLA's clear-cut criticism of her own party and her praise for Aam Aadmi Party.
BJP was deplorable. You know, till date, every day, even the state president is not looked after. The union minister, all protocol is lost. For the state ministers, there is no protocol.
All this while her husband maintains a stoic silence on the development. A clearly miffed Sidhu has refused to clear the air on his next move. Only the Aam Aadmi Party dropping big hints that he's chosen them over BJP. The BJP Shiromani Akali Dal alliance on its political corridors are buzzing over Sidhu's next political outing. But his wife has made it clear her husband will settle for nothing less than a CM candidature. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, joining us on debate number 2 on News Today is Ashish Khaitan of the Aam Aadmi Party and Ijaz Ilmi of the BJP. Ashish Khaitan, will this not be considered political opportunism, not just by Navjot Singh Sidhu, but also by the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, today in Punjab, the coming elections are not seen as a regular election anymore. This election in Punjab is an election to save Punjab. It's a do-or-die battle. It's a battle between forces which have wrecked Punjab and values and morals and honesty on the other side. And that's exactly what Mr. Sidhu wrote in his resignation letter.
Of course, but these are the same forces on whose side Mr. Sidhu and his wife were on all of these years till the time they could finally get a good deal from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, if you see Mr. Sidhu and Mrs. Sidhu's public stance over the last few years, it has been consistent and they have been consistently speaking out against the misrule of BJP, Akali Dal, corruption, drug trade and farmer suicides. And I will just cite 3 instances where
which is fair. I give you all of that, but all of this criticism while still being in that very party, fighting and winning on their ticket. By Mrs. Sidhu and by Mr. Sidhu accepting a Rajya Sabha nomination from that very party.
Give me a moment to just recite what Mrs. Sidhu had said in the recent past. One, she said that official vehicles of ministers of Akali Dal are being used to peddle drugs. Number 2, she said that there has been so much corruption that even in the scheme for allotment of houses and relief for
Ashish Khaitan, I have given you all of that. Yes, we've heard the public criticism of the Akali BJP government by Mrs. and Mr. Sidhu, especially Mrs. Sidhu in the recent past. Yet my question is, if it was a question of principles alone, and that is what Mr. Sidhu has been saluted for by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, only on the issue of principles, shouldn't his wife have resigned right away? She hasn't even done that even now. Let me get in Ijaz Ilmi on that. Ijaz Ilmi.
Well, you know,
you are Ashish, can I come in please, Ashish? It's very important to understand when you are a chief parliamentary secretary of the alliance government in Punjab and you want to criticize that government and not resign, and you want to continue your diatribe in venom, it just shows that you prefer being on the chair and enjoying the perks of power, that you still want to continue enjoying the perks of power. You should have the gumption, the courage to quit the party and criticize it openly. That's perfectly all right. Mrs. Sidhu, they have a right to make the political choice. But the desperation, but right now, I mean, imagine what is going to happen in Punjab. Right now, we're sitting in Delhi. I mean, there's no electricity in South Delhi, where Punjab, a power surplus state, is likely to become power deficient with Aam Aadmi Party government, like Delhi has become. Instead of Urta Punjab, Doobta Delhi, that we are seeing already in the fight between what the PWD is not able to do. So there are a lot of issues. Drug issue is an important issue which should be addressed, but there are a lot of issues of governance. Does Punjab actually want to be a power surplus state, or come into a dark ages like Delhi has come again? I mean, your cameraman is aghast at the fact that every day he goes to South Delhi and there's no electricity when he's conducting his show, and he's trying to put the camera straight. Thankfully, you are back up here.
Okay, Ashish, would you want to quickly respond to that before we go to point number 2? These are cosmetic changes. Real issues have not been addressed in Punjab.
The picture that I would advise Mr. Ilyas to check his power connection. I think he has got loose connections in his house,
you, sir.
Because the picture that he is painting, it will
really,
the picture that he is painting, it appears that we are living in two different Delhis.
From a power surplus situation, we are a power deficit state now.
I didn't interrupt you.
Okay, gentlemen, can we please focus the next 5 minutes on Punjab and Navjot Singh Sidhu and not the power problem in Delhi? That is like a debate which can hold us for an hour, if not more. But my simple question to you, Ashish Khaitan, was that you have only made cosmetic changes, and in the bargain, haven't you ended up sullying the image of the Aam Aadmi Party? Getting someone, parachuting him into the party where you already have grassroots leader in Punjab. To what end?
See, if you look at Mrs. Kaur and Mr. Sidhu's track record, they have spoken out against the drug mafia, the cable mafia, the mining mafia. They have done a lot of work in their constituencies, and that's the reason why they have won election after election. Let me tell you, we have never made a case that everybody who is associated with Bharatiya Janata Party is necessarily bad or evil. There are lakhs and lakhs of volunteers who work tirelessly and honestly for Bharatiya Janata Party, because of which they get voted in power.
But if you're taking Navjot Singh Sidhu's every word as gospel, then this is the very man who would call your chief minister and your party leader, Arvind Kejriwal, a bhagoda, someone who was irresponsible, did not know how governance. So if his word is to be taken as the gospel truth, this is what he thinks of your party and its leadership. Where's the convergence?
See, I think you need to understand that statements or speeches of any leader in the past, when he was on the opposite side, he would obviously criticize us, but there is clearly a change of heart. He now sees that who stands for the right cause, who is the righteous in this battle, because in Punjab today it's not an ordinary election. As I told you, farmers are committing suicides. 449 farmers committed suicide in 2015 in a Punjab which was known for lush green fields full of maize, wheat and rice. Farmers committing suicide. In every village you go, there is a story of drug trade. And
Sidhu, who is anti-BJP, anti-Akali Dal, is a good righteous Sidhu.
I know Mr. Sidhu and his wife are entitled. They can go wherever they want to go based on their convictions. That's perfectly, I mean, it's a democratic right. But for the Aam Aadmi Party to say that ye dharma aur adharma ki ladai hai, and misuse dharma to talk about the Guru Granth Sahib and denigration of the Quran Sharif, don't, in your desperation for power, don't try and break the communal harmony of a state which enjoys good communal harmony between the Hindus and Sikhs, except for Bhindranwale's time. So don't try to do something, don't vitiate the atmosphere further, play your politics, hope for good governance, instead of, the Delhi is a clear example of what is happening, whether there's, you're given Bijli Sadak Pani, whether, these are examples to be talked about. But Mr. Sidhu definitely has the right, he has a right to be in whichever party he wants. But the negotiations are going on. Padmaja, in next 2-3 days time, you'll hear much more about this. The final word is not done on this. There's hardcore bargaining happening within the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Sidhu, and also within Aam Aadmi Party, because people are worried, because 2-3 Rajya Sabha seats are coming up from Delhi next year, and people within the Aam Aadmi Party are very worried when Sidhu bites, if this is the face, and Aam Aadmi Party doesn't win, he'll have to be accommodated from Delhi back in Rajya Sabha. So there are a lot of Let a lot of equations within the Aam Aadmi Party which will come to the forefront.
Okay, so the allegation is, and the final question to you, Ashish
like
Khaitan,
Sidhu,
this is exactly the kind of cynical, tired politics that the Aam Aadmi Party stood against. Getting leaders from other parties, promising them a good deal, a Rajya Sabha seat maybe a ticket from Punjab for Mrs. Sidhu. Why would you do this when you have so far tried to earn your stripes as a grassroots party which doesn't believe in the VIP culture or parachuting famous faces from other parties?
Okay, so now all these allegations that ticket for this and ticket for that and parachuting, these are the allegations which are being leveled by the opposition. The BJP.
So you're saying that Mrs. Sidhu is not going to be given a ticket from Punjab because that's what we've learned.
Was with BJP.
That Mr. Sidhu will be a star campaigner and Mrs. Sidhu will fight on an AAP ticket.
Let me tell you, fighting elections, let me just complete. I think when anchors' questions are longer than the respondents' replies, then I think you need to reflect on the kind of show that you're doing. Let me just make my point. Fighting elections in Aam Aadmi Party is an act of sacrifice, and let me tell you why. Today he is relinquishing a Rajya Sabha seat in Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party is in power at the center and in almost 80% of the states. Who is Aam Aadmi Party? We are a small party which is running a half government in Delhi. We are a party with no resources, party whose 99% donations come in checks. Who are we? We are fighting a lonely battle. We are waging a lonely war, a very dangerous path that we are treading in Punjab and also in Delhi. Every day there is an FIR against one or other MLA. There are FIRs against ministers. Principal Secretary to CM has been thrown behind bars. So anybody who is giving up Bharatiya Janata Party, which symbolizes power, money, Adani, Ambani, misuse of CBI.
No, your answer has far outstripped the length of my question. So if I may, can I ask you a contour question? You are talking about sacrifice for the deal. If you quit a party without any assurance of what you will do next.
Don't blame the whole world.
Here the deal was done quite clearly, and that is when he decided to relinquish his post. And his wife, incidentally, has still not quit from her seat.
Okay, now let me respond. Let me respond.
That
you
is a
said
surprise.
In your opening intervention in the package that you ran that he is not going to run for elections, he is only going to campaign, he is not going to ask for any chief ministership, he is not going to ask for ministership. Then you use the word deal. Now clearly there is a contradiction in between what you are trying to project. A deal is when there is a quid pro quo. He is relinquishing, he is giving up, he is sacrificing a seat, which he could have very well retained if he had wanted, because it was a nominated seat, not an elected seat. And on the other side, you are saying that he is not going to do any of these things, he is not going to demand any of these things, but the deal has been struck. This is not called deal.
Okay, so you insist that it's completely selfless service to the cause of Punjab and fighting against the misrule, what you call the misrule of the BJP Akali Dal combined in Punjab.
Later, the bargaining is on right now.
I think in a few days from now we will need to talk again. Let's see when the contours of a deal, if any at all, are worked out between the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. and Mrs. Sidhu. For now, thank you very much.
Out in the open shortly,
Ashish Khaitan and Ejaz Ilmi for joining us.